Hello, I welcome to UPSC Prelim Chaturya series of SHANTHA LAKSHMI IAS Academy, where we will discuss the daily prelims MCQs from the Hindu, Indian Express and PIB. Let's begin. The first question. Consider the following statements about Geographical Indication Tag. The registration of GI is valid for 10 years, after which it needs to be renewed. In India, GI is governed by WTO's agreement on trade-related aspects of intellectual property rights. At international level, GI tag Geographical Indication of Goods, Registration and Protection Act 1999 governs it. How many of the statements are correct? Only one, only two, all three, none. This was in news recently. The 7 products from Odisha have bagged the coveted Geographical Indication Tag. About the Geographical Indication Tag, it is a sign used on products that have a specific geographical origin and possess qualities or a reputation that are due to that origin. This is typically used for agricultural products, foodstuffs, wine and spirit drinks, handicrafts and industrial products. The Geographical Indication of Goods, Registration and Protection Act 1999 seeks to provide for the registration and the better protection of geographical indications relating to goods in India. This GI tag is valid for 10 years, following which it can be renewed. These are the 7 products gets GI tag from Odisha. First one, Kapta Ganda shawl. It is woven and embroidered by the women of Dongriya Kond tribe, a particularly vulnerable group tribe in the Niyamgiri Hills in Odisha. Second one, Lanjya Saura painting. It is one of the oldest tribal art form, is also known as Idital. It belongs to the Lanjya Saura community. These paintings are in the form of exterior mural forms painted on the mud walls of homes. Third one, Koraput Kala Jeera rice. The black colored rice variety, also known as Prince of Rice, is famous for its aroma, taste, texture, and nutritional value. The fourth one, Nayagara Kante Mundi brinjal. It is known for prickly thorns on the stems and the whole plant. The fifth one, Simli Pal Sky Chutney. It was found in Mayurganj district of Odisha. It is made from the red weavers of ants found in Simplifal forest. The traditional chutney, rich in nutrients like protein, calcium, iron, and etc. The sixth one, Kajuri Guda, that is nothing but jaggery. It is a natural sweetener extracted from the date palm trees and its origin in the Gajpati district. Traditionally, the jaggery is prepared in trapezoidal form called the patali gar and is organic by nature. It is dark brown and has a unique taste. The seventh one, Renkanal Magji. It is a type of sweet made from the cheese from buffalo milk with distinctive characteristics in terms of appearance, taste, flavor, shape, and size. So the answer is only one. Because at international level, the GI tag is governed by WTO's agreement on trade-related aspect of intellectual property rights, not India level. At India level, the GI tag Geographical Indication of Goods, Registration and Protection Act 1999 governs it, not international level. Moving to the next question. Consider the following statements with respect to Swamitva scheme. Swamitva full form is Survey of Villages and Mapping with Improvised Technology in Village Areas. It is a centrally sponsored scheme. Swamitva scheme is a new initiative of the Ministry of Panchayati Raj. The scheme aims to empower rural communities. It provides them with digital ownership records of their properties. Which of the statements given above are correct? 1 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, all the above. This was in news recently. The Swamitva scheme wins Best Innovation Award for Innovation Sandbox presentation during Public Policy Dialogues 2024 at the Indian Schools of Business, Hyderabad. About Swamitva scheme, the Swamitva scheme of the Ministry of Panchayati Raj is a central sector scheme that is nothing but fully funded by the central government that has significantly contributed to the empowerment of the rural communities in India. The schemes ensures accurate demarcation of the land parcels, thereby mitigate the disputes and providing individual with property records of rights, that is Swamitva property cards. It facilitates monetization of properties, enabling the bank loans and comprehensive village levels planning. This integration of technology not only streamlines and the documentation process, but also significant step towards more transparent and efficient land administrative system, fostering socio-economic progress in rural areas. So the answer is B, 2 and 3, because it is a central sector scheme, not the centrally sponsored scheme. Moving to the next question. With reference to Chilka Lake, consider the following statements. It is designated the second Indian wetland of international importance under the Ramsar Convention. The endangered Irrawaddy dolphins are found in the lake. It is located at the mouth of Daya and Bhargavi rivers. How many above the statement is are correct? Only one, only two, all three, none. This was in news recently. The Ministry of Tourism conducts training in Chilka Lake under the Amrit Dharohar Capacity Building Scheme. The Amrit Dharohar Capacity Initiative helps in enhancing livelihood opportunities for local communities through harnessing the nature tourism potential of the Ramsar sites across the country. About Chilka Lake, it is a brackish water lagoon situated along the east coast of Odisha. It is the largest coastal lagoon in India and the second largest in the world after the New Caledonian Barrier Reef. A lagoon is a shallow body of water separated from the large body of water by a narrow landform, such as reefs, barrier islands, barrier peninsular or isthmuses. It has been listed as a Ramsar site as well as the tentative UNESCO World Heritage Site. In 1981, Chilka Lake was designated as the first Indian wetland of international importance under the Ramsar Convention. The endangered Irrawaddy dolphins are found in the lake. It is located at the mouth of Daya and Bhargavi rivers. These are the tributaries of Mahanadi. So the answer is only 2 because it is designated the first Indian wetland of international importance under the Ramsar Convention, not the second Indian wetland. Moving to the next question. Consider the following statements about Inland Waterways Authority of India. IAAI is an autonomous organization constituted under the Inland Waterways Authority of India Act 1985. The head office of IAAI is located at Noida, which have been declared as the national waterways under the National Waterways Act of 2016. Select the correct answer using the code given below. 1 only, 1 and 2 only, 1 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3. This was in news recently. The Inland Waterways Authority of India is set to host the inaugural Indian Inland Waterways Development Council meeting in Kolkata. About Inland Waterways Development Council was established in 2023 by the Government of India. The main objective of this council was comprehensive development of inland waterways and associated inland water transport ecosystem for improved cargo efficiency, passenger movements, and the river cruise tourism with active participation from the states and UTs. The Inland Waterways Authority of India is an autonomous organization constituted in 1986 under the Inland Waterways Authorities Act 1985. IAAI is primarily responsible for development, maintenance, and regulation of those waterways which have been declared as national waterways under the National Waterways Act 2016. The head office of the IAAI is located at Noida. So the answer is D, 1, 2 and 3. Moving to the next question. With reference to remission, consider the following statements. The power of remission reduces the number of sentences without changing their character. The Supreme Court has held that states cannot exercise the power of remissions arbitrarily. Which of the statements given above is are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 or 2. This was in news recently. The Supreme Court of India quashes the release of 11 convicts in Bilkis Bano case. The law on remissions under Article 72 and Article 161 of the Constitution, the President and the Governor have the power to pardon to suspend, remit or commute the sentence passed by the courts. Also, since prison is a state subject, state governments have power under the section 432 of the Code of Criminal Procedure to remit sentences. However, section 433A of the CRPC puts certain restrictions on these power of remissions. Where a sentence of imprisonment for life is imposed on the conviction of a person for an offense for which death is one of the punishments provided by law. A sentence of death imposed on a person has been commuted under the section 433 into one imprisonment for life. Such person shall not released from the prison unless he had a service at least 14 years imprisonment. The grounds for remission, the power of remission reduces the number of sentences without changing their characters. The Supreme Court has held that states cannot exercise the power of remissions arbitrarily and must follow the due process. While the policy varies from state to state, broadly the grounds for remissions considered by the board are the same. Seriousness of the crime, the status of the co-accused and conduct in jail are the factors considered for granting the remission. So the answer is both 1 and 2. Thank you. This is the today's session.